MINIHOST here, and today I am back with another 5 questions, and I am here with the baddest of all time, Shane Taylor. Welcome to 5 questions.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. Sorry about my technical difficulties.
No problem, it's okay. All right, number one, what made you want to start wrestling?
What made me want to start wrestling? My dad took me to wrestling shows at the Richfield Coliseum in Richfield, Ohio. Back then, all the old WWF guys would come through. And I remember seeing Kerry Von Erich, who was the Texas Tornado at the time, versus the Warlord. Now, there's nothing that I remember specifically from the match as far as like any moves that they did, but I do remember that it went to a double count out and the building absolutely lost their minds. I'm talking they're throwing popcorn, they're throwing drinks, hot dogs, anything that you could name. And as a kid, I was watching that going, whatever it is that they're doing to make these people that mad, I want to do. I love that energy, that environment, and I was hooked ever since.
Wow, that's actually a really cool story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number one, so you're going for the ROH World Championship. If you
Mm-hmm.
win, what is that going to feel like for you?
Man, that's a great question, and I guess it's one that I can't answer until I'm there. Right? I can't. I don't know what it's going to feel like because I've never done it. Um, I hope that it feels like validation for 13 plus years of hard work. I hope that it um, feels like vindication for all the sacrifices that I've made to get to this point. And I hope that it's inspirational. You know what I mean? Not only to myself, but for people um, who have been looked over in the past or in their lives, or people thought that they couldn't make it. To see someone like me uh, achieve something like that, hopefully it brings them a lot of inspiration and joy.
Yeah, I really do hope that you win the championship. I feel like you deserve it very well.
Thank you so much.
We're
No
all pulling for you, Shane. We're all
Hey,
pulling for you,
yes,
buddy.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Number three. I know you've been in a couple of matches with Keith Lee. How does it
Mhm.
feel? How did you feel about the chemistry between you two when you were wrestling?
That was incredible. We are basically yin and yang as a tag team, which is something that you want to have, right? Um, my strengths, we both have the same strength, but we also have different levels, right? So both of us can strike, but my striking is just a little bit better, right? Both of us can fly, but his flying is better than mine, right? So we cover up the things that we don't do well for each other, and we accentuate the things that we do well. So uh, to me, that's what you want. That's the perfect chemistry for a tag team. Not only can we mesh in the ring, but we mesh outside of it, and our personalities are they're opposite, but they work. So I think that when you see us having fun, we really are having fun. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that translates to the chemistry in ring as well.
Wow, that's like whoa.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number four. What are your next plans for Shane Taylor Promotions?
Ooh. To try to take over the world. That's the next plan. The first step, of course, February 20th. Myself, Khan, and Moses go against the Magazine Squad for the Ring of Honor World Six-Man titles. The goal is to win those. Um, the plan was to do that at Final Battle. Plans changed, but now we get that shot in just a few days here. And so the plan is to make good on that, bring them their first championships in ROH, just like I promised that I would. And then go take Rush's world title. And then let everybody know why Shane Taylor Promotions deserves to be at the very front of the line when you're talking about the most dominant groups in professional wrestling. And then it's going to continue to do what we do: dominate, recruit, and build an army.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like yeah.
Mm-hmm. Got it all planned out. I got it all worked out up here.
It's perfect. It's a perfect plan. It's
See?
a
Thank
perfect
you.
plan.
See? Perfect plan.
Okay. The fifth and final question. If you could visit any country, what country would you want to visit?
Ooh. It's a great question, too, because I've been to a few different countries. I think because I haven't been and all the rest of my boys have, it's got to be Japan. Watching guys like Vader and Stan Hansen growing up, Japan just seemed like that was the place for big wrestling monsters. You know what I mean? And being as how that's kind of what I've turned into. That's always been a goal. A lot of culture there, a lot of beautiful things there. So I think that would be the answer. If I had one country that I wanted to go to or had to go to, it would be Japan for sure.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go to Japan too because they have like so much anime stuff there. My dad's
Right,
like really
right.
excited for the wrestling. Yeah, I like the wrestling too, but I like anime.
Right. See, I'm just starting to get into the anime thing. All my guys are trying to like get me onto it. So I just like got through like One Punch Man and like what's the one One Piece and things like that. Naruto and all that stuff. So I'm trying to get into it. So yeah, that would be a great reason to go as well.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard of this anime, but it's like really good. It's one of my favorites. It's called Death Note.
Yes, yes. The one on Netflix is really good. The movie, not so much, but the show, great.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I had a wonderful conversation, and again, thank you for the time. It took us a while to actually get this to happen,
Right,
but
right.
we
My
got it.
phone was
So
terrible.
yeah, thank you so much for coming on,
Thank
and
you.
no problem. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please smash the thumbs up button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you get notified each time we post a video. And I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.
Thank you for listening. Tune in next week for another episode on Spreaker, Stitcher, Spotify, iTunes, Google Play, and iHeartRadio. Also follow us on Facebook at Straight Talk Wrestling, on Instagram at Straight Talk Wrestling, and on Twitter at _Straight Talk. And for all our merchandise, you can search us on ProWrestlingTees.com.